Alright, my friends, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, somewhere in Henderson. We're gonna remove this Mexican fan palm tree. My job is to cut it to ground level, and we're also gonna stump grind it. So we're also gonna remove this Mexican fan palm, but this one's slightly shorter. Whoa! This one's slightly shorter, so I want to knock this one out first. The goal is to drop everything over here in the cement over here, and there's no damage to the cement right now. So we're gonna leave the pile of green foliage as like a little cushion, and I'm gonna drop everything right here. I'm gonna use the stihl 194 to top it, and then my buddy Antonio is gonna bring me the big chainsaw, so I can slice and dice and maybe about 1 foot pieces, drop it right here like I said. So my friends, let's get started. Estamos en vivo. Hay que darle. A little bit of water. I'm gonna go ahead and readjust my friction saver. I'm gonna take it because I'm gonna need it for to get the big chainsaw. Let me use my gloves, my favorite gloves. It shouldn't be anything too difficult for us with our experience. All right. Get started. So I'm gonna get comfortable. I actually don't even need the chainsaw. It is what it is. I'm still breaking this chainsaw in, so I'm not pulling the trigger all the way. I like to keep my clip line hip level. crisscrossing my arms when I'm using a chainsaw. It's not recommended anyway. I guess I could show you this on this video how strong the 590 is against these Mexican fan palms. The Echo CS 590, I believe. So last time I kept the small chainsaw and the big chainsaw, and I kept it on a 50-foot palm tree, which was a big mistake because I was so much weight. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking that. I thought I was okay to do that. Horrible. That was a instant regret. So this time what I'm gonna do is send my small chainsaw immediately down and get the big boy, because you know, sometimes I get so focused, or sometimes my mind is not in the mix. Like it's bad. Like it could get bad. You make mistakes like that, it's like you get so tired, you burn yourself out so quick. You know, that's one thing I learned quickly. So we're not gonna do that again. What we're gonna do this time is, we're gonna tie this rope. We're gonna tie this chainsaw to a rope, and then we're gonna have our groundsman send us the big boy. There we go. Just a few simple knots, nothing fancy. Luckily this palm tree is only like 30 feet, 20 feet, 25 feet, 30 feet. Nice. So now I don't have that much weight on me. You know, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not claiming I can carry all this weight on me. The lighter I can be, the better. But that's just me. So again, the goal is we already have all the little cushion right there. I'm gonna cut like 1 foot pieces. I don't need to rig anything down because I can control the pieces and boom, drop them. I believe the groundsman is preparing the chainsaw. He should have done that in the beginning, but it's okay. We're all human. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. You hear that? You hear that? I hear it. Go. Showtime. This is why we get paid the big bucks. Immediately hook it into my harness. There we go. Just in case. Good old reliable. And then I don't need my rope or friction saver here, so take this off. And you know, a lot of people put it around in the bottom and keep going just in case, but I'm pretty safe and secure. I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. Sometimes it gets in the way. That's just me. That's just me. All right, let's give it a trial run. that's the goal. We're gonna cut and chuck and drop everything there. So let's repeat the process, boys. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah. That was a slice and dice. Another slice and dice. Doesn't matter. friends, we're live here. We're gonna go ahead and check out how the palms look after they were stump grinded.